The film story is about the feelings of a young lady named Riley that work inside her brain. The principal feeling she encountered after birth was joy and the other was trouble. Her brain creates numerous different feelings as she develops, including the universe of recollections, outrage, and dread. Dread assists her with opposing bad behaviors. Outrage assists her with communicating her aversion for something. Bliss assists her with being cheerful for any reason. The universe of recollections has constructed little universes in her psyche. Things she loves to do on day-to-day basis, as the universe of family, the universe of companions, and the universe of playing. Also, the universe of recollections assists her with fixing her drawn-out memory. She will accordingly recollect these things when she progresses in years. Riley was going to her new home today in the wake of leaving her old home. Her brain's feelings couldn't sort out some way to help Riley. Subsequent to surveying the situation, their chief's satisfaction later guides Riley in feeling blissful. She brings many playing recollections from the universe of memory. While playing, the consideration of the entire family was redirected from the trouble. Afterward, when her dad needs to leave for reasons unknown, she begins to feel miserable. Joy fulfills her by helping her to remember the memory of pizza. Bliss never allows Riley to be miserable, nor does she permits bitterness to contact her memory. Since the dash of bitterness makes what is going on discouraging. Around evening time, her mother applauds her to act well for the entire day afterward. She dozes after this all, and the train of recollections to her stops. Dreams begin to work toward the beginning of the day. As a result of joy, her day was working out positively. She was doing great in her new school, and erroneously bitterness contacts that time. Furthermore, she helps her to remember her outdated and house, so she starts to cry. In the brain, joy chastens bitterness a ton. At the point when she goes inside to fix Riley's memory, in the wake of going inside a cylinder. Alongside bliss, bitterness likewise comes from the primary office of the psyche to a piece of the brain, where remarkable recollections were put away. The universe of recollections has constructed little universes in her brain. Their tones blur after satisfaction and bitterness show up, as her temperaments were controlling annoyance and dread to her. Thus, she stays furious and apprehensive the entire day, noticing her way of behaving. Her father censures her, and Riley furiously goes into her room on her dad's influence. When declines thus, from the universe of recollections, the memory breaks her, in which she and her dad took part in puerile naughtiness and they talked like monkeys. In the meantime, she accepts her companion's call, illuminating her that in the game, another young lady has had her spot. Along these lines, the recollections of her fellowship additionally breaks to her. Bliss was feeling very down and needed to visit her place soon, but since she was unable to find the way, she couldn't do this. In the meantime, she tracks down a non-existent companion of Riley. Bing Bong. To her, he was very vexed in light of the fact that now Riley doesn't play with him in recollections. Joy imparts her difficulty to him, and Bing Bong assists her with tracking down her objective. While passing from certain pieces of Riley's psyche, they need to contact her line of reasoning, so the train assists them with arriving at their objective, yet the train has left on account of their late appearance. Bong sees that Riley's recollections are breaking where Riley and he used to play. He has ended up being very vexed subsequent to seeing this all. Satisfaction attempted to fulfill him, however it was pointless. Afterward, Misery converses with him in the wake of coming there, and sits with him and finds out about his concerns. Bing Bong feels quite a bit improved therefore, and his mindset gets to the next level. Bliss becomes stunned to see that she considers Misery pointless. In any case, she has further developed Bing Bong's temperament quite well. While pondering this, they track down the train of Riley's memory. They move up on it, joyfully that they would before long show up at their objective. As it was Riley's dozing time, so the line of reasoning stops in her brain and dreams start in her fantasy. Her inclination dread was controlling her in her psyche. As the train of consideration stops, the feeling of bliss and pity additionally stop. They have a thought that they should stir her after she enters her fantasy to begin the train. Subsequent to making her unfortunate, they stir her with the assistance of a joker to her. At last, As she rises and shines, the train begins, yet she was constrained by the inclination outrage. She becomes furious on arousing early, and outrage tells her that no good thing is occurring to you around here, so return to your old house. Furthermore, Riley, in the wake of concurring up with outrage, packs her baggage. She takes the card from her mom's pack to purchase the ticket. On taking the card, the scaffold of genuineness additionally breaks to her, the extension on which her train of considerations pass, and this scaffold gives certainty to her viewpoints. All that she does is great, so the train of considerations used to flawlessly pass. As the extension breaks, the train stops, and from it joy, pity, and Bing Bong fall. Bing Bong has fallen into the steps of the recollections that Riley has neglected. Bliss sees a cylinder from she remembers to contact her objective. Be that as it may, the cylinder breaks and she falls with Bing Bong, and just trouble has left potential gain. Joy finds Bing Bong down, who brings upset satisfaction, desire to return. Bliss sees that Riley doesn't get the call of her loved ones. Also, situated in the transport and in these conditions, she chooses to take help of pity. In the wake of taking a rocket, they were climbing with Bing Bong's assistance. Because of his heavy weight, Bing Bong is driven away from the rocket. Satisfaction, in the wake of taking trouble, contacts her office with extraordinary trouble. They presently deal with another issue to enter inside. The workplace's glass doesn't break. In the principal office, every one of her companions of bliss were glad to see her, since they realize that she'll fix their shortcomings in general. Here the universe of recollections incites the displeasure to break the glass. By utilizing the fire rising up out of her head, subsequent to consuming the glass, they cut it. They before long enter inside, and satisfaction relegates every one of the assignments to misery. Trouble clears away every one of the contemplations off of Riley's psyche that outrage has given to her. She makes her miserable by helping her to remember the beneficial things about her loved ones from this large number of activities of misery. Riley stops the transport and understands that she was off base. While getting back, she illuminates her folks that she is reviewing all her old things. She is reviewing her home, school, and companions. Her folks additionally understood that everything was not Riley's issue. She has really grown up, and thus, she feels everything. After this large number of happenings, not just bliss oversees everything to her. After some time, as per time, every one of the feelings have figured out how to appropriately function. Every one of the recollections that have parted from the universe of contemplations were really her experience growing up, considerations that should be broken. As she grows up, numerous different universes have been underlying her brain, like the universe of design, music, and companions. The film closes with the portrayal of this all.